Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia. This is a reading for the collective, may or may not resonate. I do offer personal readings. A link to the site is in the description. So I think there's a lot of peace here, collective, a lot of peace. But I think it's because you figured out like what was going on around you spiritually. I think you knew you had a snake in your grass here. And even if you couldn't pinpoint like where the snake was, who the snake is, that type of stuff, it's like who the snake is affiliated with, associated with, where they're coming from. Okay, Tanya. So it's like, like Tracy is what I'm hearing. Somebody was in a third party relationship, or was trying to like pit people against each other. Okay, the letter M. And they're coming across as extremely vindictive, vengeful. Michael, and it's almost like there's a lot of love being lost in the background over you or over your presence, over your energy. I think somebody was Andy. I think somebody was really, really really envious of you to the point that they preyed on you spiritually. Kayla, along with multiple attachments. Okay, Jasmine's, and now they're trying to figure out if their family member or friend is going to stop. Kira. And no, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. Monty, they're not going to stop. But why aren't they stopping? Sierra, why aren't they stopping? Okay? That's not for you to answer. You've already proven your point. These individuals are fixated on you and your entire life, your career, your finances, your looks, your lifestyle. They are fixated on you and everything that you have going on. If you are this other party in this situation, you are a full-blown psychopath, Tamika, and you have mental health issues that none of your family members and friends have been willing to address, or substance abuse issues that your family members and friends have not been willing to address. Okay, I think you have like somebody here. I'm gonna just say this. Y'all put the shoe on whatever foot. This person has imaginary beef. Okay, Monique, Meek. They have imaginary beef with somebody. Mike. They have imaginary beef with somebody. Letter M. And the beef that they have in their head is causing them to want to like eliminate you or this person or these people. But their peers haven't wanted to check them. Myra, they have not wanted to check them. Myers, Meyer, they have not wanted to check them. So it's almost like I keep hearing full blown AIDS. Full blown AIDS. They know what's up. That's why they're so angry. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. This individual is angry because they have some type of diagnosis that they don't want to accept. Okay? And they want to take their anger, pain, and frustration out on anyone that they feel like either knows this about them or had to be the potential to be a victim as well, but did not become one. Okay? Chantel. They have HIV, AIDS, or some type of incurable STD. And they're very vengeful because they have this incurable STD. Okay? Myron, Myra. So they want to attack healthy people, happy people, sane people, stable people. This is all about wellness. This individual is unwell physically, and their sickness is warping them spiritually. They know they got that shit. And they know their body is breaking down because of it. They know their mind is breaking down because of it. They know their life is being ruined because of their own life decisions. Mika, they got to accept this truth. They got that shit. And they want everybody to pay for the fact that they're sick. Any form of Chris. And this ain't for nobody else to take on. Tyler. They will put people at risk intentionally because they are angry that they are sick. They will prey on people intentionally because they are angry that they're sick. Okay? Tanners. Roki. Tell the truth in this situation. Miss Parks. They have HIV/AIDS. They know they have HIV/AIDS. And they hate themselves for contracting HIV/AIDS. Chantel. But this is their reality. They cannot continue to put people at risk sexually, emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, none of that. Because they can't accept their diagnosis. Ties is what I'm hearing. They cannot accept their diagnosis. Michelle, Mish, they will not accept their diagnosis. Williams, they will not accept their diagnosis here. So at this point, Sierra, because they won't accept their diagnosis, you'll have to detach mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and financially. Because you know the truth about this person. Robinson. You know the truth about this person. Jones. You know the truth. Lucky, Lukey, Licky, Leaky, Lackey, Lakey. You know the truth. They are angry and bitter because they have an incurable disease. And they've already put people at risk. And the people that they put at risk are now finding out that they put them at risk. The letter D. So it's like you would rather attack people who dodged this bullet than to be mad at the person who gave you that shit, right? Like, I can't stand seeing stuff like that. Like, to where people will be cool with falling out with their family members and their friends, but they will stay with, like, a lover that's getting them sick. You get what I'm saying? Quayla. They are staying in a relationship with somebody that is high risk, rich, and mad at the world because of it. Because this person was supposed to hold it down, right? Stick by their side, right? Ride or die till death do us part, right? Mikey. But it's not working out like that. So they're angry because they're left with this sickness, with this illness, with this disease that they can't get rid of. So what are they doing? Pain is what I'm hearing. Taking their frustration out on people that don't deserve it. Projecting their illnesses and diseases and sickness and sadness and misery onto other people. Parker. It's just the truth. Parks. It's just the truth. They got that shit. Nisha, they got that shit. And that ain't nobody's business but theirs and them people that they sleeping with. So it's like we can go test for test, results for results. If they want to play them type of games, right? Tanya, they just can't accept that they got HIV AIDS or some type of, or like herpes or some type of incurable STD. Smith. But it's like, where you get that shit from? Being in a third party relationship? Letting somebody put you in third party relationships repeatedly? You know what I'm saying? Doc, dog, dick, deek, deck, doc, duck, duke, whatever this is. Like, why would you repeatedly let somebody cheat on you like this? Why would you get in a relationship with somebody that you know is already like sleeping with somebody else? It's something like that that's going on here. Michael, Miguel. Or sleeping with somebody that they, again, was fully aware had that shit, but they thought, oh, this is my ride or die. This is my husband. This is my wife. This is my, you know what I mean? And they not holding it down or they're not around anymore. So it's like, how is this person supposed to move on with their life if they got that shit and the other party don't? Or the other, these other people don't. The people that they meet, and they will have to reveal their status to them. Tamisha. And that's just the reality of the situation. Michael. They're angry because they have HIV, AIDS, or some type of incurable STD, and they can't move on with their life freely. So it's like, what the hell are they supposed to do? How the hell are they supposed to just go have a new life or start their life over, without telling somebody what they've been diagnosed with because of this person? Let her in. But again, that ain't nobody's business but theirs. That ain't nobody's problem but their own. Lyra. It's nobody's problem but their own. Like, I don't know. I be telling y'all all the time, like, no matter how much I've loved somebody, like, once I find out what's going on sexually, like, I'm not the only one, or like, you know what I mean? This person really just high risk like that, even with a history or something. Like, I'll be up out of there because I will never want to be a lifelong patient for somebody, especially with somebody that I had a temporary relationship with. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Zika. But they won't accept their diagnosis. Like, you hate the world because you cool with fucking with somebody that's cool with fucking other people. You cool with fucking somebody that fucks everybody, bro. It's like, you get what I'm saying? And this shit don't gotta, it don't have to do with how many kids a person has, how many baby mama, baby daddies a person has, how many people a person has slept with. It's not necessarily that. It's who they're sleeping with. You get what I'm saying? Who they're sleeping with and how they're sleeping with them. Harris. They just got to be real about themselves. Like Taisha, Talisha, Tanisha, Tamisha. They just need to be real with themselves. Like, you hate everybody because you got that shit. And you got that shit from somebody that you can't see yourself spending the rest of your life with, or you won't have the opportunity to spend the rest of your life with this person. So now what you gonna do? Keep lying about it? Keep being in denial about it? Or keep hating everybody instead of the person that gave you that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you hate your family members and friends for telling you the truth about this shit, but you gonna keep fucking a person that gave you HIV, AIDS, or herpes, right? Chris, like any form of Chris, like you gonna beef with the world and fall out with your real friends and loved ones, but you gonna keep fucking a nigga that gave you HIV, AIDS, or herpes or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pick up the phone for them. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, fuck out of here. That's what this shit is. Williams. Well, they in denial. It's almost like Stockholm syndrome. Like, bitch, you are a hostage, bro. You're not in love. You're a hostage. You get what I'm saying? You're not in a relationship. You're a hostage. Like, this shit ain't cool. You ain't here by choice. You a hostage. Like, literally. And that's something I've never wanted for myself, y'all. Like, so I'm very, like, transparent with people, especially younger than me, like, when it comes to that type of stuff. Because it's like, man, like, you don't know, like, what a motherfucker could be doing for real, or who somebody really is for real, like, how they really get down for real. But once you figure that out, once you see that shit, accept it for exactly what it is and walk away, because your life, your life ain't worth it. And that motherfucker don't care about you. You get what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't care. Near, nar, nor, no, I don't know, They just got to accept that they got HIV/AIDS or some type of like HPV or like herpes or genital warts or some shit like that. And that's what the issue is. It's like nobody did that shit to you but that person that you keep trying to fuck. You get what I'm saying? The person you still will be willing to pick up the phone for. Antonio's is what I'm hearing. It's like they gonna keep picking up the phone for the same person that got them sick, like, but want to beef with everybody else. You want to kill the world, like what? Kia, Kita, Keela, Killer, Keller, Kaler, Kyler. Like they gonna beef with the world over the same motherfucker that gave them HIV/AIDS or herpes or genital warts or HPV or something. Like you hate everybody but that person. Like you want to beef with everybody but them. Okay, bro. This shit crazy to me. Kyla, Keela, Keller, Kaler, Kale, Kill, Cal, Kyle, Call, Cole, Cool. Like, they are delusional. Like, they are delusional. You gonna keep picking up the phone for a nigga that gave you herpes or HIV/AIDS or something, but you gonna turn your back on your best friends. You gonna turn your back on your loved ones. You gonna turn your back on people who actually give a fuck about you. Like, be real with yourself. You know what I mean? Aja. Like, they gotta be real with themselves. Like, they falling out with people that love them for real, but staying cool with motherfuckers that done gave them HIV/AIDS, like herpes and incurables. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Denise. Thank you so much.